Good morning, everybody. I hope you all are feeling very amazing as I am. I want to let you know that whatever you're doing in life, you are onto a path of righteousness. You are onto a path of true destiny and true divine right of the Lord. Everything that you are doing will work out in your favor at the end. You just need patience. That's all you need. You just need an abundance of patience. Like I said, I hope you all doing amazing. If you could like, subscribe, and share to everybody else, that would be amazing. Now, today's topic is called God's Agenda, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm going to be talking about, like the two different agendas we have, sacrificing things from your past life, and how you will get a reward at the end, as y'all should already know because I talk about that so much. But if you don't know, if you're somebody new, and if possibly you don't tune in, then here's your go-to. But I do hope y'all all really are having a wonderful day. Now, number one is different, two different agendas and same destiny. So I remember when I was in high school, I was like, man, I'm gonna be doing this and that, and then I'll probably just change my life when I get around 21 years old. Now there's a time I didn't know what I was doing with life, hanging out with the wrong crowd, doing things I had no business doing. But yeah, I did it anyways. But then I was like, you know what? I'll probably just change my life 21, 23, then I'll surrender to God. But that was my agenda. But God's agenda said, no, you're going to change your life when you're about to turn 18. You're going to get baptized. You're going to get your sins washed away when you turn 18. Matter of fact, December of me being 18, which I got baptized on the 5th. So that's almost been 2 weeks ago. That's what the Lord said. Well, I didn't know, but I'm not going to say He said it, but I knew the Lord spoke it into existence and it happened. Everything that the Lord speaks, that is what He does. So that came out of me to say if we can have two different agendas, but I promise you it will be the same destiny. Because what happens is our soul is trapped because the people we hang around, what we're doing. Some people try to impress, and the agendas start to depart from one another. But then what happens is the Lord lets you go through your trial and error, through your trials and tribulations, your tests, and then the Lord's like, all right, I'm going to circle you back around. Now sometimes we have to suffer in order for it to come back around. But that is what happens in life. For example, my uncle and my grandfather. All right, so my uncle wasn't doing right, but the Lord had humbled him, he came back around to God. So that is a living example. You have to go through suffering in order to. Sometimes you have to go through suffering to endure being a Christian, a true Christian, because being a Christian is not easy. It is not. I knew when I was going to get baptized, and I knew when I was going to change my life around, it was going to be more attacks from the devil, more mental attacks, possibly more physical attacks, more emotional attacks. The attacks started increasing, but the reason why the attacks and the warfare was more of an increase is because now your spirit is having an exponential growth through the Lord, and now the devil's like, all right, I need more troops. I need more troops to attack this human being, to attack this child of God, because the devil knows your power because you are a child of God. And especially if you are somebody who just got baptized and all your sins are washed away, but the devil got kicked out as soon as he sinned once, he's jealous. He's real life jealous. He wants your spot. Just like those people and the people that envy you and are jealous of you, they want your spot. That's how the devil is. But instead he does it more spiritual, then he also does it in ways of people in the flesh in the flesh. he the devil attacks you in ways, but he attacks you in the here's the thing, the devil attacks you in the weakest parts of your life. He might try and attack you on your strongest, but he'll send more of his troops, more of his people on your weakest side. So it's like I gotta messed up real. Just like in Creed 2. Creed was going against that. I believe they was fighting Russian. They said the dude was Russian. The Russian dude kept on hitting the kept on doing an uppercut and jabs on the broken rib on purpose so that he could fall down more. Now, the thing is, I'm not sure if Creed got back up or not, but I believe Creed fell. But in the next match, he won. So we can get knocked down by the devil, quote unquote. We no, not knocked down. We could like trip and fall. But here comes Jesus with his hand out, helping us back up to have our foot sewed into the ground, as in saying that we are going to get built back up. We might get knocked down, but we are going to get back up regardless of what we believe. We may believe that we are not going to get back up, but we do not know that. Why? Because we and the Lord have two different agendas. We could talk down on ourselves, but the Lord will not think that. The devil might think it, but the Lord, no, scratch it out. The devil might get you might get you to refrain from God's agenda, because the devil knows how strong God's agenda is for us. I mean, for real, like the devil knows. That's why he tries to attack you. He tries to attack you in multiple ways. That's why he attacks you for your weak spot. I get many mental battles that I don't talk about. Why? Because I want this battle to be me and the Lord versus the devil. Because I know the Lord will help me out. But sometimes when it comes to spirituality, a spirituality warfare, then you should get other stronger prayer warriors. Especially with me being basically a baby in Christ, I would like to get other I would like to get other stronger warriors. I have a strong spirit, but I need I need individuals who have a stronger spirit. And so that is my intake. I mean, that's not my intake. That is my release on the two different agendas, same destiny, and also with the devil trying to attack you for your weakest spot. Because there was this one spiritual warfare that lasted me, let's see, 2 hours straight, just 2 hours. I was so worried and so overwhelmed. I could barely focus on the road. And the thing is, it happened when I had to get on the road. The Lord always protects me. Even when I'm worried, the Lord strengthens me. When I'm down, the Lord strengthens me. When I almost had two car accidents, the Lord strengthened me. Actually, it's been more than that, but that's all I can think of. But that doesn't matter. The Lord has strengthened me. My hurt ankle, the Lord strengthened me. PTSD, the Lord strengthened me. Everything that I've been through, the Lord has strengthened me. When I felt like giving up, when I felt like I couldn't, when I felt like, oh Lord, I'm tired. I tap, ooh, time out. Lord said, nah, you are not getting a time out. That's what the Lord said. The Lord said, you are not getting a time out. You are going to stand back up on your feet. Before I was a leader, I was still a leader. because I was leading the younger ones, and so I stayed strong for my younger people, for my younger siblings, and so I stayed strong for them. But now the difference is I definitely have to be strong because me being a leader out to people older than me and people also younger than me, it's not me having to put up a full front, but it's me having to use the armor of the Lord more. There's a difference between putting a forefront and acting like you're okay and you're not finding anything, than having to use the armor of God more and more by every battle. Because sure you could let the devil look. The devil might have overwhelmed you for 2 hours, but you're gonna win for the rest of the 22 hours. Because like for when I was talking about I had the spiritual battle, it lasted about 2 hours, and I was just sitting there. I just started, and when I felt it, I felt way down. I felt I was gonna pass out. I felt like my body wasn't holy, although it was not holy, not holy. I wouldn't say it did not feel holy. It did not feel like the spirit that I have. So my my physical my physical the physical part of me was overwhelmed, was weary, was worn out, but the spirit in me was not worn out, because the spirit of me is greater than what's on the outside. For it does not matter how you look on the outside, because the Lord looks within. He looks within the heart, soul, mind. He I'm not even sure if the Lord cares about the body. Like he like you feel what I'm trying to say is he cares about your body, yes, but he cares about your spirit more, because your spirit is what will get you to lead other individuals to him. Your spirit is what will make sure that you have an intimate relationship with the Lord. Your spirit is the one your how you use your spirit and how you inflict situations on your spirit and how you react to them will determine if you will make it to heaven or hell. So that's why the spirit is more important. Your spirit and the Holy Spirit are the most important things of your life, and do not let anybody jeopardize it. Not, yeah, excuse me. Don't let anybody jeopardize it. Don't let anybody have negative. Don't allow people will have negative inputs on you changing your life for Christ. That's always a matter, but you have to be careful not to let the negative inputs get to your mind. Do not let it get to your mind. They are just mere people. You won't even care about all the negative inputs as soon as you make it to heaven. You won't have a care in the world to care about what they say. And if I don't care about what they say now, imagine how I'm gonna be when I'm in heaven. I'll be like, I don't care. I'm with God now. I don't care. Let's just hope you make it to heaven too. Number two, you have to sacrifice your desired lifestyle. Oh boy, I had to sacrifice. I had to sacrifice, but it was the sacrifice that I needed for my spirit. I sacrificed what will make me money, but it will increase my riches, not my wealth, my riches, but it would have not increased my spiritual wealth. And how one of the first videos I said having spiritual wealth is more important than the physical realm wealth. And it's even better when you could, if you could have both of them at the same level, that'd be alright. But me personally, I'm not sure if that is possible, because because your spirit is supposed to be aligned with God as much as possible before money and etc. Now, if your talents are surrounded by what God provides, such as loving, care, therapy, mentoring, inspiration to all people who need it, then like I that's what I do. I tie my talents around spiritual gifts because now it's not hard for me to do. It comes off the dome. It's like this. Comes off the dome. There's nothing that I struggle with about these spiritual gifts. I mean about speaking, about mentoring. The only thing that I'm not sure if it comes from the Lord is like the fitness. The fitness and the dietary. But it's like a secondhand nature, so that is also what I do. But sacrifice your desired lifestyle because that lifestyle will not get you anywhere in life. It will get you somewhere. It might give you a few years of a few steps across the milestone, but it will not be able to last forever. Spiritual gifts last forever, and your fourth generation will endure it. But if you can, dang, that sounds like that very first video that I did. Yeah, I mean I'm just saying like you do have to sacrifice your desired lifestyle because you will not get the full reward of the Lord. The Lord will give you a grace gift while you're trying to live your desired lifestyle, but you have to be able to come to the other side and say, all right, Lord, I give up this desired lifestyle I'm willing to put away. Now it won't happen all at once. You'll lose one habit time at a time at a time. That is how mine was. I lost habits time after time after time. Yeah, most of y'all might believe that I just lost it, lost all the habits at once because nobody saw. Because when I was working on myself, I didn't tell nobody. So when 2021 around around June came along, then everybody's all shocked like, whoa, where does this Matthew come from? Honestly, you would not know because I did not tell you. It is not my intention to tell you how I've changed. I don't need to prove to anybody that I've changed. If you still stuck on the old me, that's on you. Males and females, if you are stuck on an old version of somebody, don't go around talking about them because I'm telling you the Lord will get you for talking about somebody's past. Because number one, you have done wrong. Number two, you are not perfect. Number three, if he protects you when people talk about you, you ought to not to say anything. And I could go on and on. There's a huge list of why you should not talk about people. And number four, you ought to not to talk about God's children. That's why I don't speak about anybody. If I was to speak about anybody, which is rare, I'll say, Lord, forgive me. Instantly, I'd be like, Lord, forgive me. Even if they trying to start conflicts, Lord, forgive me. It's not that I don't. There are times I want to deal with it, but you have to realize, is it worth your time? Who are you grinding for? If you were to do it, who would be impacted? If you were to go to jail, how would you be able to lead? If you was to get killed, or I'm talking about for y'all, if you were to do something, how would it impact your family? How would it impact your outlook? Your outlook not meaning your reputation. Your outlook meaning how you represent the Lord. That's what I mean by outlook. I could care less about my reputation, but I want to be able to represent the Lord to the best of my ability. That is the difference between like like for example, I won't react to certain people not because I want to keep a society reputation, but I want to keep God's reputation to the highest level. Now we can speak man to man. We can speak man to man. at a public place, sure, let's go to Barnes and Noble, something. Let's go to a public library and speak man to man. But I am not going to give you the reaction that you desire because I'm not giving you a devilish outcome. I'm not giving you a devilish reaction. And the devil wants you to react. Well, the devil wants you to throw that fist. The devil wants to slap them in the face. The devil wants you to kick them in the face. Now, if they do something first, the Lord gives you access to be able to defend yourself. For when David, Book of Psalms, David was allowed to defend himself and prove himself worthy to the Lord. As long as you're not fighting in the, how can I say this? As long as you're fighting in the name of the Lord, as in, okay, Lord, this enemy's trying to attack me with all physicality. He has weapons and stuff. All right, Lord, you are my shield. You are my protector. Be with me as I fight this battle. Then the Lord will understand, all right, somebody's trying to attack you. Boom, get your justice. But that doesn't mean you have to kill them now. That doesn't mean you have to kill them now. But get your justice. Because David slew Goliath with a rock. I believe it's a pebble, a slingshot and a pebble. And he fell to the ground. He fell to the ground because that was God's anointed. David was God's anointed. I believe it's in 2 Kings. 2 Kings, when Samson was talking about how David was the anointed out of all of the younger individuals. Prove me. I need somebody to let me know if I'm wrong or not, because I do not want to mislead the people. So it's either 1 Kings or 2 Kings. If it's not those, I need somebody to let me know. All right. It's a judge-free zone. All right. I'm not proving wrong. Tell me if I am wrong. All right. But that is my input on sacrifice your desired lifestyle. Now, number 3, the Lord will always make a way. Now, that is a living fact with evidence to see. You have faith in the Lord, He's going to make a way, but He's not going to make a way for as long as you're trying to stay stuck in your ways. The Lord can make everybody. Do you understand? The Lord can make us all billionaires if He really wanted to. At the same time, billion for you, billion for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom! All 6.5 billion y'all are billionaires. Boom! But that's not each of our destiny, and it's going to hurt some of y'all because not everybody was truly made to have physical wealth, but eternal wealth. And there might be some people in the upper class that are wealthy physically, but not so spiritually. But the Lord will humble them with situations, and they will allow the spiritual wealth to increase more than the physical wealth, because that's what I desired to do before I had tried to apply any wealth to my life. I made sure I had my spiritual wealth, because if you do not have a strong spirit, how are you going to be able to obtain all the money situations, the asset situations, any problematic events that will occur? How will you be able to do that without a strong mind? Excuse me. You are not able to do so if your spirit is not so strengthened in the Lord. So there are people who are out making money, living their life. They're trying their best to live their life, but they're trying to fill in the void. But yet, as you can see, they're doing all these things. You're spending money Spending money, going to the club, smoke, drink, play pool. I play pool. I play pool, but it got during bowling alley. I play pool at a got during bowling alley. So I played at the bowling alley. So it's a wonderful environment. So that's something different. But you see people trying to fill in the voids. As you see have y'all noticed when people party, they're trying to fill in the void. Like I understand, that's why people drink and smoke. They're trying to fill in the void. Like I struggled with that for 4 years because I was trying to fill in the void. Let's see, 4 years and some change. I could say if I want to be precise, 4 years and a quarter because I was trying to fill in the void. But it wasn't wrong with everybody else. It was just wrong with certain people, and it caused me to have a hole in my soul. And now I was trying to find myself for four. I'm gonna just say 4.5. No, I'm just say 4 years. I was trying to find myself for 4 years, and I couldn't find myself. So I allowed the world to swallow up my love for the Lord. But then once I realized, once I stopped doing those things, stop taking substances. I stopped taking in certain things, and I subdued myself away from everybody else. Then I began to realize, hey, the Lord can fill in my void. So when y'all see me laughing out of nowhere, just know that the Lord has been good to me. When I just say God be the glory just out of nowhere. I'm not sure if some of y'all have, I'm not sure if y'all were raised around younger people or older people, but it was a mix for me. Alright. So have you ever seen I don't call them old, I say elderly or wise. Have you seen the wise people just say out of nowhere, God be the glory, and they start clapping? That's what they do. They just do that out of nowhere. God be the glory, because the Lord has been great to all of us. Even when we were ungreat and we were unjust, the Lord was still being amazing to us. And the fact that the Lord is also amazed when we change. But what the Lord does for us, we ought to have the quickest change in the world, but we are not able to do so. Some of us are, some of us aren't. Because it takes time to develop a spirit. Because if you were able to develop the spirit of the Lord quickly, what did I say? You won't value it. You could say, okay, I'm gonna read 10 chapters day by day, and by 2 weeks that's over. I used to try and read a lot of chapters until I realized, hey, trying to do all this at the beginning, living a life, living in the steps of Christ is it's not even a marathon. I don't know what's larger than a marathon. I honestly do not know. The life has multiple marathons. Like you have a marathon for spirituality, you have a marathon for physicality, you have a marathon for emotional, you have a marathon for finances, you have a marathon for relationships, you have a marathon for enemies, you have a marathon for friends, you have a marathon for family. Life is multiple marathons. So I cannot say I could say life is not a marathon. You're running, well, it's marathons because you're running different races. One day it'll be this race, the next day it'll be this race. Who knows, you might get 3 races all in one that you're trying to go by step. So when I was trying to do most of my day with the spiritual, I noticed, hey, I want to start business with my spiritual gifts. Instead of reading as much of the Bible, I use my wisdom into the business. And I put my wisdom into speaking. Hey, I'm working. All right. I have to get that money to fund the business. Get that money to fund the spiritual and get the spiritual to fund my soul. But it all works out at the end because the Lord will make a way. It will all work out in the end, and I am glad that it works out all in the end. I really, but yeah, I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. I will talk to y'all later. Y'all will get another video. Of course, y'all always get a video. Duh. Y'all, y'all going to get a video every single day, except for Sunday, cause that's the Sabbath day, and even the Lord rested on the seventh day. I hope you all enjoyed today. Be amazing, be awesome, and I hope you have a very blessed and highly favored day. And I will talk to y'all later in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.